It's hard to ignore the emotional weight of Jeremy Allen White's performance in the film Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere, especially during a pivotal therapy scene that could very well be his ticket to an Oscar nomination. However, I must admit that I remain skeptical about whether this film, which premiered for the press at the 2025 New York Film Festival, will actually secure him that coveted nod. But if it does, I have no doubt that the moment that will stand out in his Oscar reel will be the one where he breaks down in tears during a therapy session. Directed and written by Scott Cooper, Deliver Me from Nowhere takes a unique approach to the biopic genre. Instead of chronicling the entire life and career of the legendary Bruce Springsteen, the film focuses specifically on the creation of his 1982 album, Nebraska. This album was a stark departure from his previous work. Following the success of The River, Springsteen chose to release a raw, personal, and acoustic album without any promotional fanfare, press coverage, or accompanying tour. In this film, White portrays Springsteen during the solitary months he spent recording in his New Jersey bedroom, occasionally joined by recording engineer Mike Batlan, played by the talented Paul Walter Hauser. The narrative is enriched with black and white flashbacks that depict Springsteen's childhood in the 1950s, emphasizing that Nebraska was, in many ways, a means for him to confront the complex and often painful relationship he had with his father, who is portrayed by Stephen Graham as an alcoholic and at times abusive figure. As the story unfolds, after Springsteen completes the album and persuades his team to release it in its raw, acoustic form, he finds himself feeling more despondent than ever. Following a panic attack and a series of dark nights in his new California home, he reaches out to his manager and producer, John Landau, played by Jeremy Strong, to express his feelings of despair. John delivers a straightforward message. It's time for Bruce to seek professional help. This leads to a poignant scene towards the film's conclusion, where Springsteen enters a therapist's office. The therapist acknowledges the difficulty of taking that first step and encourages Bruce to share whatever is on his mind. In this moment, we don't need any flashbacks or voiceovers to understand the turmoil within Springsteen. It's all vividly conveyed through White's expressions. Then, in a heart-wrenching moment, White's demeanor shifts dramatically. The emotional facade he has maintained crumbles, and he begins to cry genuinely. It's remarkable how a simple nudge from the therapist can unleash a torrent of repressed emotions, fear, anger, and despair, all of which are beautifully portrayed by White. He strikes the perfect balance, delivering just enough emotion to resonate deeply without crossing into melodrama. Deliver Me from Nowhere is a more subdued and introspective film than one might expect from a larger-than-life figure like Springsteen. This is why I remain uncertain about whether the Academy will recognize White with an Oscar nomination, despite how deserving he may be. Yet, if there is a single scene that could tip the scales in his favor, it is undoubtedly this one. Finally, we see a man willing to confront his struggles through therapy, a topic that often sparks debate and differing opinions. What do you think? Is this portrayal of vulnerability in a male character something that should be celebrated, or do you believe it falls short of what an Oscar-worthy performance should be? I'd love to hear your thoughts.